Hello everyone, welcome to the Crypto Intel channel. Today we'll look back at the initial success of HBAR'S DeFi platform at the BID Miami conference. Before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon so you can always stay up to date on what's happening in the market. It takes you literally a second, but for me it's motivation to improve the quality and level of the videos on the channel. We have a lot to discuss, so let's get started. HBAR to be one of the most undervalued coins in the market. While most participants continue to look to already rising altcoins, HBAR has been quietly forming a structure that increasingly resembles preparations for a major pump. And most importantly, the market is gradually beginning to shift its attitude toward the coin. What looked like weakness just a few months ago is now beginning to emerge as a potential starting point for a new upward cycle. As of May 12, 2026, HBAR is trading around 9.5 cents and has literally come close to the main resistance level of recent months. The 0.10 level has now become a key zone for the entire market. A full-fledged acceleration could begin above this level. Moreover, many analysts are already viewing the current structure as a possible start to a new impulse with targets significantly higher than current prices. The most interesting thing now is the price action. HBAR has been in accumulation for a very long time. Volatility is gradually compressing, the range is narrowing, and sellers are starting to lose control. This is typically how the market looks before a strong move, when an asset sits stagnant for months, lulling the crowd into a frenzy, and then quickly shows tens of % growth. Looking at the technical structure, it's clear that HBAR has already attempted to consolidate above 10 cents several times, and the more often the market tests resistance, the higher the likelihood of a breakout. Buyers now appear much stronger than they did at the beginning of the year. The price is no longer making aggressive lows, and every decline is quickly bought out. Volume is also worth noting. Interest in HBAR has begun to grow in recent days. The market is gradually returning attention to Hedera following news about the ecosystem's development and increased institutional interest. Discussions surrounding ETFs, corporate partnerships, and new integrations within the Hedera network have been particularly powerful. Many are now beginning to compare HBAR's current phase to the early stages of growth of other major altcoins before their strong pumps. The coin has been under pressure for a long time, and it is precisely these assets that often show the most aggressive growth during a new cycle, because the market initially forgets about them, then suddenly returns its attention. Now let's move on to the technique. The RSI on the daily time frame is gradually strengthening and is already closer to the bullish zone. In various models, the indicator is holding around 60 points. This is an extremely important signal because the market is still not overbought, but the buying momentum is already starting to strengthen. The MACD is also starting to look much better compared to previous months. Bearish pressure is weakening, and the indicator's structure is gradually reversing upward. This suggests that the market may be in the early stages of a trend reversal. The behavior of the Bollinger Bands is also very important. The range remains very compressed, and the price moves near the upper part of the range. This structure usually appears before a sharp upward breakout, especially if the market receives additional volume and breaks through key resistance. Now, the main level to watch is still $0.10. If the HBAR can consolidate above this zone, at least on the daily time frame, the market could very quickly accelerate first to $0.12 and then to $0.15. Moreover, the movement could be extremely sharp as there is a large amount of liquidity and seller stops above 10 cents. The next significant resistance zone is already in the $0.15 to $0.16 region, and if the crypto market enters a full-fledged alt season, the HBAR could show a much stronger movement than most market participants currently expect. Some models even consider a return to 20 cents to 25 cents as a realistic scenario in the coming months. However, risks still remain. If Bitcoin corrects again, the HBAR could test the 88 cents to 85 cents support. However, right now, the market looks as if selling pressure is gradually waning. Each new downturn is becoming weaker than the last, and buyers are increasingly holding on to their positions. In summary, the situation for the HBAR is starting to look extremely interesting. The coin has been in an accumulation phase for months, and now the market is approaching the point where this accumulation could turn into a full-blown growth momentum. Most importantly, the HBAR is already very close to the key resistance level, and if the market does consolidate above $0.10, the upward movement could begin much faster and more aggressively than most crypto market participants currently expect. What your plans, hopes, and expectations are for it. The best and most engaging comment will be featured in the next video. Just a reminder, friends, informational and news videos are posted on the channel every day, so you won't get bored here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you're always up to date on all the latest news. And if you liked this video, please support me with a like. Your like is my motivation. Thanks to everyone for watching, and see you next time.